So if you don't know this one way to trade crypto in this super cycle, you either hate money or you hate yourself. And the second thing you're going to have to deal with on your own. That's not the point of this channel. The first thing, hating money or hating making money in this crypto bull market, that's what we're here for, guys. As a community, we want to print as much money as humanly possible, cash out, buy Bugattis, and drive off into the sunset with our 27Y. And if you don't know what social arbitrage is in crypto, you're going to miss out on gains like this. This is Kikius Maximus, currently at a $163 million market cap. But why I'm showing you it is because it basically was flatlined compared to what happened to it recently for a long time, and then skyrocketed from a $12 million market cap up to a $400 million market cap in the period of one single day. Now, there's a lot of people out there, and I'm not 100% hating on this, but I'm 80% hating on this, doing technical analysis, which is where they draw Fibonacci sequences, they draw dinosaurs, that joke on the technical analysis community, but they're basically looking for resistance levels, accumulation patterns, fibs, to try and project where the token is going to go next. Well, if you could lay as many Fibonacci sequences onto these graphs as you want, I believe one of these is the fibs, I'm not actually that well versed in it, but you're not going to get a sign that this is going to 40x in a day, no matter how many fibs you lay. And then I was talking to a couple of boys in the gym recently yesterday who invested in the Bolsack token, which is now absolutely plummeted to almost zero, and how there were people talking about laying Fibonacci sequences on a token called Bolsack that's been around for 24 hours. You don't understand crypto or anything in life, to be honest, if that is what you think is going to make you money. The second way to trade, which is very popular with stocks, it's called fundamental analysis, where you look at the business models, the balance sheets, the income, the revenue, the competitive advantage, the moats, all the thing you learned in business school, the cash flow, and then the corporate governance, and all this official stuff in order to figure out if the stock is undervalued or overvalued. And once again, guys, if we come over to Kikius Maximus's website and we try to do fundamental analysis on a crypto, and we're like, oh, okay, he's a frog emperor, and it's the sovereign ruler of the mythical Kekistani empire. There's no fundamental analysis to do here. These are meme coins. They're unexplainable chaos unless you know this one thing. Because once again, fundamental analysis or technical analysis is not going to tell you that the ruler of Kekistan at $12 million is too cheap. So what have I based this entire channel, this entire brand, this entire community, and 90% of my trading around? Well, it's something called social arbitrage. And I actually learned it by watching a channel. This is Chris Camillo. He had a YouTube channel, I don't know if he still does or not, called Dumb Money. And he basically had a really unique way to trade the stock market that allowed him to turn $20,000 into $42 million. And he kept making incredible trades after incredible trades that could not be fit in to the traditional fundamental technical analysis. And he called it social arbitrage. This is where I first found it. I don't know where he got it from, if he made it up, but he absolutely crushed it. And it was about having a piece of information, normally called insider trading if you're getting it through an illegal source, before Wall Street or the smart money actually finds it. He gave an example of his kids wanting to make slime. He needed Elmer's glue for slime. They had to go to like 19 different stores because Elmer's glue was sold out worldwide. He figured out who owned Elmer's glue, invested in the Elmer's glue parent company stock just before they announced earnings, and it went up like 6x because no one factored in the fact that slime was going viral on TikTok and every kid bought up the Elmer's glue. And this has been my entire thesis with crypto all the time. We look for insider information that fortunately is not illegal because blockchain is transparent. We just have to watch the blockchain, seeing when people are buying and selling cryptos before they talk about it, the people with influence. Because, for example, Elon Musk is over here because we track Elon Musk's Twitter and his known crypto wallets, even though he's not very active at all on his crypto wallets, because the reason that Kikius Maximus 40x'd and the reason that it crashed was because of the biggest influencer in the world, Elon Musk. Elon Musk changed his profile photo on Twitter and his name to Kikius Maximus. And that's legit why this thing 40x'd. And then guess when he changed it back, guys? Right here, a $320 million markup crashed to a $99 million market cap when he changed it back to his normal Elon Musk photo and an actual photo of himself. If you're not doing social arbitrage trading on crypto, how else are you going to be seeing these opportunities? I mean, just today, and this is what made me make this video. So basically he tweeted a funny picture and how accountants are really going to struggle with doing tax returns based on NFTs and a token called skyrocket. Now, this is one tweet. He made many tweets. It's had 4 million views. A lot of his tweets get 30, 50 million views. So it wasn't even that big. But guess what happened to the price of skyrocket? Well, It absolutely skyrocketed from a $5 million market cap to a $30 million market cap. This is an old token on the Binance chain that hit a clean 6x based on one tiny bit of a photo that Elon tweeted among many tweets. Now, there's a token that we talked about on this channel called Soon, and it is one of the top gaming infrastructure tokens on the TON blockchain, and it's a strong looking gaming infrastructure project on the TON network that is basically in the Telegram app store where people can download and play games on. Now, just today at, let's have a look at this time, 6 p.m., 1800 military time or Australian time, or I don't know who, I think Americans don't use the military time, but you can see 1800 is 6 p.m. It was at an 11 million or almost $12 million market cap. And since then, it had a giga candle and then a couple more giga candles, and it's been up, hit a $26.66 million market cap. Now, why is this? Because if we zoom out, we lay some Fibonacci's, or we do some fundamental analysis of what's going on and what they're actually launching, you have no idea what they actually should be valued at. But let's have a look over on Twitter. This is our good friend Alex Becker, who is one of the biggest influencers in all of crypto. When he talks about a token, he adds hundreds of millions of dollars to the market cap. But I mean, he didn't even talk about this token. Let's have a look. 27,000 views this tweet has. I mean, Alex Becker has 1.2 million followers, and only 27,000 people have seen this tweet. Bean says, was Soon your project? Why did MEXC, which is a centralized exchange, say that it was in collaboration with Alex Becker? Alex Becker responded at what time, guys? 6 p.m., 1800. I'm working with Soon. I just haven't announced it yet. I like the project. That's all he said. I like the project. And this thing jumped a 2.6x from the exact moment that he tweeted that out. In fact, crypto is so crazy at the moment, and we're in such an awesome bull market, the super cycle, fingers crossed, this thing has a lot more legs to go, that Soonverse, a really old token, and actually this is a good quick sidebar for you, this was an old NFT swap launch and mint project that was around in the last bull cycle, an excellent example of what's going to happen to 99% of these projects. Because if you're new to crypto and you think that AI agents and the meme coins and everything's going to stay around forever, sad news, it's not. Great news, it's going to keep going up for a little bit, and we can cash out, get the Bugattis, the 27 girlfriends, everything that we ever dreamed of that probably won't make us any happier than we are now. This is what happens. This is the eventual doom of 99% of these projects. We've seen it so many times before. Don't get crazy and think that this is the breakthrough tech, because it is a breakthrough tech, but it doesn't need to be valued into the billions when it only has $2 or $3 million of revenue. That's just a quick sidebar. But anyway, Soonverse is an expired project from last cycle, and in the last 24 hours, you can see that this thing, let's find 1800, somewhere down here, 1800's here, so it had a bit of a pullback here, but it's been up 47% based on Alex's tweet, because it's just the wrong token. If you're wanting to buy Soon, make sure you're buying it on the TON blockchain, which is actually probably why it hasn't popped as much as it should have, because even Elio Trades is extremely bullish on Soon. Becker is extremely bullish on Soon. Our lead researcher, my brother inside the inner circle, is like, we don't have enough Soon. But it is hard to buy because it's on the TON network, where this one is on, I believe, the Ethereum network. So people mistake this one for the actual Soon. So just to be clear here, if you are going to buy Soon, make sure you're buying the one on the TON network. Make sure the contract address has Soon as its last 4 digits. That's how you're probably going to know. Otherwise, we'll pop this in the description below if you want to make sure of that. You guys are crazy. This community is getting insane, because we used to be the little guy. We used to be the person talking about all these big dogs above us. These are the Hall of Fame traders who have hit their 100x trades. And as you've seen, and as everyone's intuition is just going off, I was like, crypto is absolutely a Ponzi. And it's like, yeah, that's true. But so is the US dollar, and so is the Australian dollar, and so is everything else that we're investing, even housing. Yeah, we got a physical house, but it's like, why can everyone borrow millions of dollars who don't have millions of dollars to inflate the housing price? And then why is that something we can get a loan for, but you can't get a loan to buy Bitcoin? Sidetrack, I know, but everything is essentially a Ponzi. Crypto is just a Ponzi on a quicker time frame. So it's much more obvious. And you can see when someone like Alex Becker makes a call, the call is a self-fulfilling prophecy, because he has millions of people waiting for him to make the call. And so here at Across the Rubicon, we track the biggest influencers, because we know when they utter words, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy and it's going to pay off, and you're probably going to see a 6 to 10x on your money, like we've seen plenty of times. But fascinatingly enough, the video that I put out over here 2 days ago, it says 1 day ago here, but it's technically 2 days ago. I scheduled my videos to go out at 4 a.m. And this is one that actually blew up a lot more than the others, 51,000 views. The others are 30, 30, and 20. Have a look at this graph. At 4 a.m., Desync was priced at $281 million, and it absolutely ran up to a $400 million market cap, because I believe mostly because of you guys. And I've been looking around at other factors, which yes, Becker has tweeted about a couple of times, but there was also a second token, Palm, that I mentioned in that video really briefly, which had a similar run up from a 4 a.m. standpoint. And honestly, it's kind of surreal that this is now bid up to a $471 million market cap. And it's made me reflect and be like, okay, I got to be really careful about the tokens that we talk about on this channel, because they now become self-fulfilling prophecies themselves. So I'm going to write up a nice moral code that we live by on this channel as a community, because even I've been introduced to some of the founders of these tokens and offered a lot of money to promote these tokens. And I want to make sure we're all on the same page and we all have the opportunity. The whole point of Across the Rubicon is democratizing this information so we can all do social arbitrage with an equal edge. And of course, the people in this community who get the best edge are the ones that are inside the inner circle, because we track 3 things in the crypto world. Buy alerts. We reverse engineer these top traders and the biggest influence, the people who say something, and just because they say it, it's going to 6 to 10x the market cap. We look at their wallets. We reverse engineer them from their socials, found their wallets, an array of wallets, not just one wallet per person, but as many wallets as we've found. We have blockchain detectives who are out there hunting for these wallets and the new ones that they're creating, so that we can get an alert when they buy or sell a new token and not have to wait for them to say it on social media to their millions of fans. We also break down their portfolios across all their wallets so we can mirror them and get the same results, whether that's 100x or a negative 100%. We know that we're going to get the same edge as the top influencers and the best traders in the world. And of course, social alerts, just like you saw Soon pump 2.6x because Becker tweeted a response to it. These are the things that are hard to see on Twitter. We scrape Twitter for everyone's responses and replies and things that you probably won't see unless you're inside the inner circle, so we can repost them to you as they're happening. And I mean, this leads to crazy results. We saw Pinlink do a 12x in 2 weeks just because Becker bought it. This is the type of market we're in. There's never been a better time to do social arbitrage trading, because everything is going up and to the right and no one really knows. There's millions of projects to invest in. Everyone's looking for the biggest influencers to point them in the right direction so they don't have to do their own research. Plus, they have the social insurance policy of all their followers coming in order to ape into these tokens. And results are getting crazy. Here was one recently. Right, this is Reploy, which is looking like a really good project. We're actually officially partnering with Reploy too. This is a Crypto God John project and a Crypto God John call. The wallet alert went out inside the inner circle at $1 or a $10 million market cap. And this thing skyrocketed up to a $74 million market cap, a 7.4x in just about 5 days. I think this has a good chance, that's why we partner with them, to do something similar to what Pinlink did. And so if you want to move up the news cycle, to get the information to be able to do social arbitrage trading as quickly as you possibly can, make sure you use the link in the description below to join our inner circle before the big whales of this bull run start packing up, taking their profits and going to buy their Bugattis and get all their girlfriends. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.